2 because apparently the other camera's battery died 3 minutes into filming. Let's try this again. Hey guys, it's Alyssa. I am your Movie Monday girl, and today I am here to talk about Star Wars. Because why the fuck wouldn't I make our first Movie Monday about my favorite thing on this earth? In case you don't know me, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars more than my own life. It's in my Twitter bio, it's in my Instagram bio. I love Star Wars more than my own life. That is a fact. So I figured today for our first Movie Monday I would talk about Star Wars The Last Jedi, as it is the hottest movie to be released in this entire year probably. Definitely for the month. Definitely for the month. So with that being said, there will be a little bar at the bottom right down here that will say spoilers, because this will not be a spoiler-free review. I am not one of those people. This is a topic that is up for discussion, up for debate. We could all share our opinions. So if you watch this video and then complain down in the comments below that I gave you a spoiler, I'm going to laugh in your face. Like, not even sorry about it. I will laugh in your face. I gave you a warning and you were too stupid enough to not listen to it, so you know what? Your own goddamn fault. I still don't know a definite template, style of how I'm gonna make these videos yet. This entire week on Geeks Speak is probably just going to be very, very, experimental, in the sense that we're all gonna try to figure out how we want our videos to be structured. So I'm doing a trial run for how I want Movie Mondays to be structured. Taylor will probably do something similar for Wednesday, Max for Thursday, everybody for Friday, etc, etc, etc. Now, a couple of notes before that gets going, stuff that wasn't mentioned in the intro. This week we will definitely have a Monday and a Wednesday, obviously, as I am uploading on Monday. Taylor will definitely have something for Wednesday. Max may or may not have something for Thursday. He has to see. And then on Friday we will have a video. It will at least consist of me and Taylor. Jalen will not be coming in until January when we get back to school. He has no way to do this on his own. I'm going to be the one shooting him and editing him and stuff like that. That is our schedule for now. Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays and Fridays, maybe Thursdays, depending on Max's schedule. So this first couple weeks of Geek Speak is going to be very experimental, so please bear with us while we figure it out. So, small slight apology in the audio quality. This is my vlog camera. It has really good video quality when the lighting is good, which it is now, thank fuck. But the audio quality really isn't the greatest on this, so sorry. The audio quality is way better on my Nikon, but that is the one that stopped recording after 3 minutes. I've rambled too much about that already. We're gonna move on to talking about Star Wars. So because I don't know exactly how I'm going to structure these things, I'm just going off of a list of things from my phone that I like, things that I didn't necessarily like as much, and then my overall thoughts. Spoilers, obviously. So the way that the spoilers thing is going to work for at least my videos is that I'm going to pop it up when I'm going to say a spoiler and then disappear it when there are no spoilers. But for the sake of this video, the spoilers icon will be down in the bottom half of the lower third of the screen the entire video, because this is not a spoiler-free review. I don't do good with not saying spoilers. I'm one of those people. So that if you want to talk to me about it, I'm gonna tell you the spoilers part of it. So if you don't want to know spoilers, just don't bring it up to me at all. So my first thing that I want to talk about is Rey's character development, because I thought that Rey in this movie really grew into herself. She really grew into her character, and it was fantastic. I really loved seeing her kick ass with the Force and using the lightsaber and all that. She felt so much more confident in this movie than she did in the last one. In the last movie, she kind of had that, I can't do anything, I'm just this, I'm just that, I'm hopeless, kind of attitude to her kind of thing. And then she met Leia and, Han Solo and Chewie and, Poe and Finn and all that, and she really grew into herself in this movie. She seemed a lot more confident and able to do things. She was really determined in this movie, which I really loved. She had a mindset to her that was okay, I'm doing this the way I want to, and it's what's good, and I'm doing it. Which was really, really nice to see from the last movie to this movie. I think Rey has enormous potential. I feel like Rey's going to be the new Skywalker of the saga. I feel like she is going to be the, new Luke, so to speak, as in, the only Jedi around that's gonna like train people and motivate them and etc, etc, etc. My next item on the list is Kylo Ren's character development. Now, if you also know me, no matter how much I love and deck myself out in Resistance clothing, I love Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is my favorite character of this new series. I don't know why. I kind of think it's because I partially hate everybody. I think I relate to him in that way, plus Adam Driver is like, yeah, Adam Driver's great. So, I really was pleased with Kylo Ren's character development. Try not to sound like I'm biased because I love him dearly, but I feel like he really grew as a character from the last movie to this one. He's less of a whiny little bitch than he was in the last one. Not to say that he still isn't, because he is still very much a whiny bitch, but he's less of a whiny bitch than he was at the first movie, which was really good, because that would have gotten really annoying really quickly. Rather than being that villain that you really don't take seriously, I saw him at the end of the movie transforming more into Darth Vader, which was really nice, even though nobody can ever compare to Vader. I just thought it was nice that he was kind of growing into, finally, like, a villain of his own. Like, he was resembling more of Darth Vader. Like, he wants to be Darth Vader, and he was getting to that level at the end of the movie when they were on Crate. I'm probably saying that wrong. Like, the way he acted, he took charge. Like, it seemed like he was really getting to be Darth Vader, a little scary, but we'll see if he actually gets there, or if he actually stays at that level, because I still think there's conflict in him to be light or to stay on the dark side. And we'll see what happens in the next one, because I'm very interested to see how they take it. I'm hoping they'll keep him on dark side just because I think that's what they're going to do, but there's a small little slither of me like this big that really wants him to go back to the light side. My next topic is Leia in general. I have it like literally like in all caps, Leia in general. So my next, I love Leia, like, yes, I love Leia. Leia is my absolute favorite character in all of the movies. Like, Kylo Ren will never get on her level. She's a strong, independent woman who's very strong-minded. She knows what she's doing. She doesn't take shit from anybody. And I really love how one of our first appearances of her on screen is her slapping Poe across the face for being stupid, because that just seems so Leia. I just loved Leia in general. She was just classic Leia. Like, there was, you couldn't go wrong with her. Like, she was just perfect in every way. And the next thing on my list is the Finn and Rose dynamic. Now, I'm a big Finn Poe shipper. I love the idea of that. That's so good and it makes me so happy. But Finn Rose really makes my heart warm too. It's tricky. I love the both of them. I love that the Finn and Rose dynamic, like, like, it helped Finn change for the better. People say that Rose didn't do anything in the movie, but I highly disagree. I think that Rose was really utterly important for Finn's storyline. She stopped him from deserting. She showed him that he could be strong, that he could fight, he could be up his full potential, rather than Finn just thinking he's worthless and fleeing and running away from a scary situation. That's what makes me happy about Rose, and that's why I think that she and Finn together was the best thing that Rian Johnson could have ever done. It was such an interesting storyline. She was great. I love Kelly Marie Tran. I've seen all the interviews with her and stuff like that, and she's just always so excited and giddy. She's a fangirl like me, basically, and that's why it makes me happy. So there's another thing that I'd like to talk about in this list of loves that I really think is really significant and important, and that is Poe going to be the new Han Solo character in this new saga? I think that it's highly likely, and that is because Poe and Han have a parallel between them, and that is both their recklessness with their decisions. If you remember, everything that Han Solo has ever done has been reckless and stupid. Think of that while thinking of the beginning of The Last Jedi, where Poe is blatantly told by Leia, retreat, 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 abandon, 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 and knock it the fuck off. And he just keeps on going and ultimately finishes the mission but jeopardizes lives at the same time. Thinking of that and thinking of Han Solo, it occurred to me that they are a parallel character, and it really, really, really makes me believe that he's going to kind of be the new Han figure of this new trio. The new trio being Rey and Finn and Poe. That's the three new trio. I think that out of that, they each reflect somebody, and I think that Poe is going to reflect Han. I don't quite know who Finn's reflecting yet, but it's kind of obvious to me that Rey is a mush of, like, Luke and Leia. But I think she's more Leia than Luke, only because she's close with Leia, and Leia is, like, set in her ways and stuff like that. The last thing on my list of loves, I love the Porgs. I know everybody has a mixed feeling about them, but the Ewoks had a mixed feeling too, and people love Ewoks now. So I think Porgs are really gonna take off. I feel like people are like, it's just a marketing thing. Well, it worked. Because I love Porgs. I thought they're so cute. I have one. You push its stomach and it makes the pork noises, and it just about makes my fucking day. I love it. I don't know what it is with me and cute things, because I also have a really big obsession with BB-8. I just love the Porgs. I mean, they don't really contribute much to the storyline. I just think they're fun, and that's what Star Wars is all about. It's fun. Star Wars is fun. Now on to my 4-item list of things that I had issues with. And the last one's not even an issue with the movie, it's an issue with people, but we'll get there. First thing I had a small issue with is Rey's parentage. Now you ain't gonna come tell me that a girl who had Luke Skywalker's lightsaber called to her is not in some way related to a Force user. Are you really gonna try and tell me that? Because I don't believe it for a fucking second. It is very much possible that Kylo Ren was lying to her just to get her on his side, just to say things to her to trip her up. But I mean, I don't believe it for a minute. I'm sorry, Ryan. I don't believe it for a minute. There's no way that she can just be a nobody. While in contrast, that does give people hope that I guess like a nobody can have this amount of power and make change, but I still don't believe it. I think you're lying to us, Ryan. JJ's gonna come in and fix that next episode. Definitely. Another thing that I don't feel like was answered that a lot of people feel the same way about is who Snoke actually is. Because they kind of just breezed over it. Like, they didn't give him any backstory or any background. That couldn't just mean that he's not important enough to give backstory, but I feel like somebody that powerful to influence Kylo Ren, and was already powerful enough to begin with, should probably be given a backstory so we can learn more about him and how he came to connect with Kylo and stuff like that. A lot of people were upset about that they kind of just introduced him in this movie and killed him in the same movie, which is really what upset people. So I really would like to know a little bit more about Snoke in the next episode, or like know more about Snoke in like a book or an article or something. I don't know. I just feel like that would help people feel better about the movie than they did. Another thing that everybody is upset with, even Mark Hamill, is Luke's characterization. Now, Luke was characterized as just an old cranky hermit that didn't want anything to do with anybody anymore because of his failure. Mark Hamill, along with others, think that that is just utter and complete bullshit. Mark has spoken about Jedis are powerful, they're brave, they want to do this, that, and the other thing, to do right things and good things. And Mark was just not happy with the way that Luke just kind of shut himself off from everybody. He doesn't think it would be Luke. And I kind of agree. I see why he would do that. It's just, I wasn't very happy with it. There were parts of it that I was happy with. I was very happy with the way he interacted with Leia, and the way he interacted with Kylo Ren at the end. But I was not very happy that they decided to get rid of him. I was so mad. I was just like, are you kidding me? I thought that for sure they were going to wait until episode 9 to get rid of Luke and save this one for Carrie, but it was actually the opposite way around. They're getting rid of Carrie in episode 9 and got rid of Luke in this one. So that had me kind of shocked. The end was my favorite thing, because I knew I was not expecting Carrie Fisher to live through the entire thing. But the last thing on my list, which is kind of not even pertaining to the movies itself, more so of a fan base thing, that I'm really not happy with, is just all the whiny fanboys saying that because of this movie they're never going to see another Star Wars movie again. Oh my god, it got ruined, what am I going to do? That are still going to go see the next movie anyways. Shut up. We know you're going to go see the next movie anyways. So why are you trying to tell us that you're not? It's tricky because a lot of the reviews that are mixed are from people in the older generation. And Lucasfilm / Disney know that they need to cater now to not only the older generation, but a lot more towards the younger generation, because the younger generation are going to be the people who carry it on afterwards. So people like me and like children and teenagers and stuff like that, the millennial generation is going to be what carries Star Wars on. So it's really tricky, because you know that you need to cater to the people who love Star Wars and made it take off in the first place. And you also need to cater to the other audience, which are the people who are going to continue making Star Wars take off and continue the legacy. There's things for everybody in Star Wars. Like, sorry, I think that everybody can find something in Star Wars that they can relate to or they can like. Alright, and that is basically all I have to say about the movie. For anybody who was watching this on December the 25th, Merry Christmas. I filmed this the day before, hence that. Leave me a comment down below as to what you thought of the movie. I'd be very interested to see what you thought of the movie. Let's leave it open for polite discussion. Let's not bully each other or any of that horse shit. It's kind of ridiculous. Thumbs up for the movie and or me and or Carrie Fisher. Double thumbs up for Carrie Fisher, actually, because she's just great. Subscribe if you want to see more. Follow us on all of our social medias. The links will be down below, and also everybody's separate social medias will be down below too. So if you want to follow me or Taylor or Max, follow us down below. Jalen doesn't do social media, so you know, what can you do? Be sure to subscribe for more. Tune in on Wednesday to see Taylor talk about the Doctor Who Christmas special. What did she think about the Doctor regenerating? We will find out on Wednesday, my friends. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, had a happy holiday, and may the Force be with you.